Welcome to another edition of our 4-H Focus, and today I am joined by Morgan Hazen. Hi, Morgan. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. I know we catch you today outside at work, but thank you for taking some time to do this interview with me.
Sure thing.
Yeah. What club were you a member of?
I was part of the Ponderosa Club in Ford County.
Okay. Sorry, they met in Gibson City, right?
Yes.
And were you a 10-year member? I don't recall.
Yes, because the first year I started was the first year I was actually in 4-H. And then I went through all 10 years.
Great. Now, how did you get involved in 4-H?
My dad and my grandma, because my grandmother was his 4-H leader when he was doing it. And then, so of course she encouraged us to go and do it. And then he was our leader for our club. So we were always involved. It wasn't, couldn't really get out of it after a while. Right. But I always found it enjoyable. So
good. Oh, that's good. I know you have a younger brother that went through the club also as well as a 10-year member. So
yes, I think this is his last year.
Yeah,
this will be his last year.
Good. Yeah, I do remember hearing from your dad, Dave, that his mom was his leader, and I know that she's also been involved with Extension with the HCE program as well.
So. Yeah, she does the sewing spin club, I guess it's called. Is that what it is?
Yep. Yeah. She's been great resource for us and always enthusiastic helping with the kids. And she's been a 4-H judge for us several years with the cooking projects and sewing projects as well.
Yep, and she always helped me with my sewing projects and cooking projects. The summers that we stayed at her house, we did a lot of stuff for dinner that my family was subjected to eating.
That's a good thing for 4-H though. I mean, it's nice to have that family time and those skills that you were learning doing both the cooking and the sewing. And
oh yeah.
Yeah. What other projects did you take besides those?
I did a lot of visual arts. I did a leadership project really early on. I think one of my favorite ones was the small engines project that I did. And I think I got state for that. My dad's like, "We're not taking that. It's too heavy." Okay. Yeah, I did a lot of sewing and cooking and visual arts. There was something else I can't remember.
Floriculture.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. There you go. I remember some of your flower arrangements that you had brought in. So
yes, those were nice.
Yeah. So you did participate going to, you were able to go to the state fair though for some of your projects?
Yeah, I went, most of the time I went for cooking, which was good because could not do it until the night before and be like, oh, here we go.
A little easier to transport also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I did go for sewing one year when it was in the expo building. I think that was the only year I went for sewing, but yeah.
Great experience there, going to state fair with that. So after high school and after 4-H, where did you end up going? What did you do?
I ended up going to SIU in Carbondale. I applied for a horticulture degree, and that's what I got into. Because I took some classes in high school. In our ag department, I took a horticulture class, and doing the flower arrangements and seeing all the projects at fair with the vegetables and other flowers were always super cool. So that's, basically 4-H helped me decide that's what I wanted to do, to go in that degree. So I was in the horticulture program at SIU. I learned quite a lot.
And where are you at today? What are you doing now?
So I've been at this farm for 3 summers now. I started as an intern. It's Jubilee Farms in Clinton. And I started 2 summers ago as an intern through AmeriCorps. And that was like my junior year of college, taking all those classes and then being able to apply it, starting here. This summer is the first summer that I am the manager. So that's stressful. But
no, it's great. I mean, congratulations on that.
Yeah.
I know I've seen on your social media, you're kind of like a jack of all trades. You're constantly, whether it's dealing with the seedlings or chasing chickens or brand new baby goats that are being born, driving the tractor. You're constantly busy doing stuff.
Yeah, I do everything because right now I'm the only one here, so I'm just kind of setting up for the summer to start. And it's mowing and tilling and getting on the tractor and getting the animals where they need to be. And we have alpacas and sheep and the chickens.
Now, tell me a little bit about the farm. I don't, is it organic, self-sustained? What is it?
So it's mostly organic. We're not large enough to be certified because certified organic is like make $10,000 profit and have a certain amount of land, and I'm like, that's not happening. Um, but so I personally am trying to take a more sustainable approach. I use all organic materials like fertilizer and pesticides. I don't use herbicides. I get basically on my hands and knees and pull those weeds. Like sometimes you just gotta do it that way.
Sure.
Um,
And do you sell the products then that you grow and raise, or is it part of like a trade co-op or?
it's a CSA farm, and CSA is community shared agriculture. So how that works is that patrons or customers, they will buy a share at the beginning of the season. They'll pay upfront, however much the share costs. You can choose a half share or a full share. You pay upfront, and then the money we make from those shares goes into us buying seed and buying the equipment and paying for labor and all of that. And then every week throughout the season, our season is 16 weeks, from June to August, I think. Every week you get like a package of the different produce that's going on there. So like my first week is going to be like broccoli, lettuce, radishes, spinach, all that stuff, cool season crops. And then you get into like July and August, and you'll get cucumbers and tomatoes and squash. And I think I have watermelon and pumpkins planned, sunflower seeds. Like I'm trying to be like as diverse as possible to make it, really interesting for people. But we are also this year going to be at the Urbana farmers market at the Lincoln Square. So that'll be starting in May. So like that's what I'm doing right now, is planting stuff for that starting, and like starting my transplants for when it gets warmer to plant everything.
Okay. Well, terrific. I wish you luck with that. I hope it goes well.
Yeah, if it stops freezing.
That's true. All right. Well, thank you very much, Morgan, for your time today. I appreciate you taking a break from chasing chickens around today, and yeah, best of luck to you this growing season with everything.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I always love talking about being in 4-H because that was a fun experience for me.
Sure.
So, all right.
Thank you very much. This is Morgan Hazen with Ford County 4-H alumni.